Okay, so today we have Björk and Human Behavior. I always sound like a dork saying Björk, but I've heard people say it's not Björk, it's Björk. So here we are with another reaction to her. And I didn't realize it's been quite a while since I've reacted to her. And I've never done it in the new place I live in now. So finally, here we go. Gonna watch this video too. Could get blocked. Gotta put that out there. So let's get into it. Another one from Debut. So yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. More Björk is always a good thing to me. I mean, her vocals are insane. Oh. My God. My goodness. Well, there it is. So Björk and Human Behavior. I don't know if I've ever watched a music video from her. So it's just, I don't know, it's kind of different seeing her in the setting instead of just listening to the audio of a song, and seeing her in a music video. And, being in different situations, whatever, and eating nothing in a bowl, and there's being like that big bear or whatever, it just it was a different experience, maybe not a weird one, but yeah, anyway, different. And I liked it though, just to watch Björk in a music video and how she doesn't really change much. She's still kind of the ambitious character that she's always been, and that goes to this day. I mean, she's ambitious, she's ahead of the curve, yeah, not the curb. Anyway, and again, she's just so, I don't know, she's always changing, always evolving. And again, this is from her debut, her international debut, because I do believe she was, releasing music before, this came out in 1991, I want to say, when this came out. Either way, now I got to check, because I'm not freaking, no, 1993 this came out. Okay, so there we go. Anyway, but I gotta say, she's always evolving, always changing, and I love her voice. I mean, like I said during the song too, her vocals are insane. I mean, it's like, well, I gotta say, her vocals are insane. I mean, it's and it's not like any ever of her other songs. The vocals aren't insane either. Just the way that, and again, I know in the video she's sitting there, probably lip syncing, whatever. But still, even when she's behind the mic in the studio doing this, whatever, I feel like it's probably coming very easy to her just to belt out suddenly, human behavior. And just, I love the repetition. Definitely. And it's almost like, I don't know if she's trying to convince herself, but she doesn't have to, because obviously humans are weird. I mean, that's when you get down to it, humans are weird, obviously. Yeah. And we'll talk more about that for the lyrics, of course. But yeah, I just love the repetition. I love her conviction, I guess you would say. I love how, she's, again, trying to be very sure of herself. And again, just her voice breaks, her yelps, her belting. I can't say it enough. I've never heard anyone sound like Björk. I don't know if anyone has ever sounded like Björk. And she has that one in a million voice, or whatever the hell, one in a trillion. I don't know. She's really just, I don't know. She's such a great talent, such a great voice. I mean, what else can you say? I mean, she can make anything sound good. I've listened to her sing the phone book, for God's sakes, just because it's so unpredictable. And talk about unpredictable, the music here is very unpredictable too. It almost feels like you're in a jungle. I mean, you have almost like an orchestra or something behind her. There are strings, I want to say. I got to look at the personnel here. Hold on. And I talk about an orchestra, and apparently here on Genius.com, which I like, a site like Genius.com for this, because it tells me what I want to know. So this is the main melodic sample heard throughout the song was taken from Ray Brown Orchestra's 1970 song "Go Down Dying." So of course, I mean, that's just what came to mind. That obviously there is an arrangement of strings, and also for the credits here, it has Björk, whatever, on obviously lead vocals and keyboards, and oh my goodness, Sheree Saith, I want to say, that's terribly pronounced there. Anyway, who was on string arrangements, and that's all it has for the credits in this, but I feel like there's probably more people. Anyway, obviously though, like I said, it sounded like you were in the jungle. That video was so apropos, because again, it's just, and again, she's talking about animals, I would say, she's talking about people, and at the end of the day, I guess maybe she's talking about how she might rather hang out with an animal than a person, just because of the video, and, her and being in the jungle, and her being almost looking like she's she fits in, or whatever, she's at where she wants to be. And again, the human behavior. I mean, it's almost weird, because she's being so straightforward with it. And, except for when she talks about gibberish. And there is a quote as well that I saw during the pause that, some people think that, I guess she's speaking Icelandic, but she has said, no, it's just gibberish. I'm just going off, which I love. And again, she can do whatever she wants. Björk can do what she wants. I mean, goddamn, no one's going to complain. At least I won't. Especially at this time, when she could really do no wrong. Anyway, so yeah, I love the comparisons here. And apparently, I was reading up too, because I like to go into a video, knowing a bit of stuff. I guess she was influenced by David Attenborough, if that's, I believe that's his name, my goodness, who, obviously worked with animals and such, and how she, her love for animals, and how she always felt more close to animals than to people, even as a child. And she always thought people were weird, kind of a thing. They were very nonsensical. And again, people, I mean, goddamn, yeah, we're quite the insane, species, quite the insane people. I mean, my God. So anyway, going on to the first verse now, I guess, just to get into it. I've talked about the song, I've talked about the unpredictable music, her beautiful voice. So let's go. If you ever get close to a human and human behavior, be ready to get confused. Again, I love the the straightforwardness, I would say, again, if that's a word, and I love the repetition. I don't know, I love it's such an earworm, be ready to get confused, whatever. Anyway, and again, it's very, I mean, you get ready to get confused. I mean, I've met some freaking odd human beings. I mean, holy moly, there's definitely no logic. And again, it makes me laugh because it's truthful, good lord, to human behavior, but yet so irresistible. And at the same time, I would think, I'm not even going to go into looking at what does all this mean, because there is annotations. I just want to say off the top of my head, because it feels, again, straightforward, and it doesn't feel like it's going to be too hard to understand. But at the same time, I feel like with Björk, she does still like humans in a way, and at the same time, obviously, she's dated humans, she's dated them, so at the same time, it's like, there's no logic. Be ready to be confused, whatever. They're kind of weird, whatever, but yet they're so irresistible. They're fun to even just look at, and they're fun to hang out with at times. Maybe you don't always want to do that, but still, they're very irresistible though. And then we go on with the refrain, and there is no map, and then more gibberish. Again, there's so many gibberish parts in these lyrics it shows, but again, I'm not gonna read, I guess, gibberish every time. They're terribly moody, and again, it's just so right in your face, coming at you. It's punchy. And it's true. I mean, they're terribly moody. I mean, everyone's moody. I mean, my God, I thought somebody was yelling my name at the window. Anyway, oh, human behavior, then all of a sudden turn happy, gibberish. And we go on, but oh, to get involved in the exchange of human emotions is ever so satisfying. So at the same time, I feel like there's the point of, she wants to be away from humans, but also it is satisfying to play with these human emotions, to be with humans, whatever. Because at the same time, it seems they're ever so satisfying, these human emotions. To get involved with this, to get involved with the exchange of human emotions. They're terribly moody, all the stuff. You take the cons and the pros, you take the good with the bad, whatever. And I just love how she keeps going back and forth with that. And then it goes on, and there is no map, and then again more gibberish with that refrain. Then we have the chorus: human behavior, human behavior, human. That's hard to say, multiple times fast there. And there is no map, and a compass wouldn't help at all. Again, it seems like there's no map, a compass wouldn't help at all. And I feel like we're not talking about, a country here. We're not looking at a map of a country or a city or whatever the hell, or a compass, to find your way back home. It's just talking about, there's no help with humans. Humans are very odd. They're, again, as you said earlier, they're different, they're moody, but yet they're irresistible. It's just like, what the hell, they're an enigma. And Björk seems to be very fascinated. And I have to say too, because this does make sense. Apparently she first started writing this as a child, and especially as a teenager, I guess too. But that's where it does seem to come from, a young person's view of a human. Again, you even might think of your parents, and you might think like, I'm supposed to look up to these people, and they're kind of like, weird, they're kind of odd, they're nonsensical, they have no logic. It's just like, Jesus, if these are, parents who are supposed to look after me, I'm fucked. Then we have to go on with the chorus again, human behavior, and that's repeated. Then the outro, there's definitely no logic, human. And again, I can't believe how kind of straightforward this is. I can't say it enough. And how, these lyrics, there's not very many of the lyrics, whatever. And they're pretty easy to understand. Coming into this, I don't know what I thought was going to happen. But I was maybe expecting more metaphors or similes or whatever the hell. But yeah, I feel like this is kind of an understandable track. And talking about, her thoughts on people and human behavior. I say people, but again, it's all about human behavior, whatever. It's all about humans, but either way, what's the difference? But yeah, just her thoughts on human behavior, her thoughts on human emotions, on humans' logic, on just, everything. We're talking about humans here, of course. And I just wanted to point out this quote here from Björk, because sometimes I like to read quotes or whatever about a song here, and I pretty much already talked about everything that she talks about here. But yeah, just to kind of double down or whatever, or because again, it is kind of self-explanatory in a way. But she did say, I guess, to Rolling Stone, when she talked about the song, human behavior is an animal's point of view on humans, and the animals are definitely supposed to win in the end. I mean, yeah, I would think animals would probably beat humans in the end, perhaps, either way, if it came to that. But also, it says later on in a different interview with The Guardian, she revealed more about the song. She said, I wrote it and I was referring to my childhood and probably talking about how I felt more comfortable on my own walking outside singing and stuff than hanging out with humans. The song was also inspired by the riff from Ray Brown Orchestra's Go Down Dying. So there it is again. So I didn't really talk about how, I did talk about how she seems to, side with animals more or whatever, but I didn't talk about how, I guess this is from an animal's point of view, but also she does go on to say that she took some things from her childhood here and and put that into the song too, where again it sounded like she felt more I guess she felt like she fitted more with animals and nature, whatever, than hanging out with a human. And again, there is some relatability to that for me, at least. I mean, my goodness. So anyway, as somebody who's an introvert and a bit of a loner. So anyway, I guess that's all I got to say. Hopefully this all came out well. I got to say it again, Björk's vocal ability never ceases to amaze me. It's just always so ethereal. I forget how to say the goddamn word, but it's magical. It's insane. She can, go to such high registers, low registers. She can break her voice so well. She can, belt whenever she wants. It's just nuts. And even today still, nothing's changed. She's, in her, she's an older age now, whatever, but at the same time, she's still so fucking good. So anyway, and I love the relatability here to the song. Again, just talking about how humans are weird, So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. And I guess that's, when you get down to it, that's kind of one way to look at it. But again, humans are, very different and very, illogic and just moody sons of bitches. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. I'm glad I got through this now because I'm hot as a hell and I have no AC in my room. So anyway, and I can't put a fan on because that's too loud. So I'm going to leave now. So thanks again for everything, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.